The Louisville Metro Police Department, the same people behind the murder of Breonna Taylor in her own apartment building, have added covering up child sex abuse to their list of disgusting crimes. So records show that the LMPD actually tried to conceal certain records and documents that did document the sexual abuse by officers, and then lied to keep the files from the public. And this report comes from the Courier-Journal. I'm gonna give you a few excerpts from it. So here's a little bit of background. The Louisville Metro Police Department Explorer program is where the sexual abuse happened. The Explorer program is meant to recruit young individuals into the police force. That's the whole point of it. The Explorer scandal began to unfold in October of 2016 when the police department confirmed an officer was under investigation for his conduct in the program for young people considering careers in law enforcement. 5 months later, a 22-year-old identified as NC alleged in a lawsuit that he was sexually abused by officers Kenneth Betts and Brandon Wood in the Explorer program when he was between 17 and 19 years old, and that the abuse occurred in their homes and in police cars. The suit, which 6 other plaintiffs later joined, also accused the city, the police department, and then Lieutenant Curtis Flaherty, who ran the program, of conspiring to cover up the abuse. The defendants, who also include the Boy Scouts of America, later denied the allegations. Now, later the FBI luckily got involved and did a proper investigation into this matter, and I want to share those details with you. So in April of 2017, the FBI opened a criminal investigation into the Explorer program after a request from the mayor. Wood and Betts eventually pleaded guilty to criminal charges. Wood was sentenced to 70 months in prison for attempted enticement of a teen in the youth mentoring program. Betts was sentenced to 16 years on child pornography and enticement charges. He also pleaded guilty to sodomy charges in state court. Now, the Courier-Journal sent a request for documents involving these cases, and they were basically given ridiculous answers from the police department, which I'll give you in just a minute. But Cenk, I wanted to give you an opportunity to jump in.
So the right-wingers who claim that they cared about child molestation. So here are young kids who go to get mentored by the police because they're considering becoming police officers. And those cops commit sodomy on them. And what did the other cops do? They covered up for them. Why? Thin blue line. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you attack civilians. It doesn't matter if you shoot civilians. It doesn't matter if you do child molestation. We're a gang, and we're gonna cover for each other and make sure we get rid of any records that might show that you're guilty. And that's the heart of the story that we're getting to. So luckily the FBI was able to get that evidence and pursue these charges, but not because Louisville police were helping them. No, they were busy trying to delete the records of people they knew to be child molesters. Remember, these are the police who are supposed to protect us from child molesters.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. So, by the way, great work by the Courier-Journal. This is why, investigative reporting on a local level is so important, and it's rare to see it these days because local journalists have been defunded so much over the last few decades. But the Courier-Journal last year requested all records regarding sexual abuse of minors by 2 officers in the Explorer Scout program. Police officials and the Jefferson County Attorney's Office said they couldn't comply, insisting all the records had been turned over to the FBI for its investigation. But in fact, the department still had at least 738,000 records, which the city allowed to be deleted. So it was a cover-up. They had the records, they had hundreds of thousands of records that they could have handed over to journalists who had the right to those documents. These are public employees, remember. And of course, they decided to lie to the journalists and then also proceed to delete the records so the reporters wouldn't be able to get their hands on it.
So guys, first of all, they're not allowed to hand it over. They must, by law, hand it over. So they broke another law in not handing it over. And what are we concerned about? Well, we're concerned about, what did those records show? Was there a bigger cover up? Or did superior officers know about it and not do anything about it? Did they do other crimes, these two particular guys? I mean, I don't know, you got 738,000 records that the cops thought were so bad, showed so much criminal behavior that the police deleted them to make sure they could get rid of the evidence. Think about that sentence. The police thought there was so much criminal behavior they had to cover up, so they deleted the evidence on behalf of the criminals. Why? Oh, criminals are our fellow police, and we care about covering up for bad apples way more than we care about protecting civilians. Whoever deleted the record should definitely go to jail. Will they? There's almost no chance of it. By the way, are we gonna find out if there was worse molestation there? No, you'll never find it because they deleted the records. And will the right wing ever ask for accountability? No, they're police. No, they can do anything they want. Murder, molestation, it's okay. Fox News and the Republican Party that told me that the police are infallible. They always tell the truth. And so I will bow my head and let them do whatever they want to kids in the community. Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.